The fans haven't even arrived yet, but already something's stirring in Monza. A quiet whisper through the pit lane, a leak, a secret, and it's coming from Ferrari. This weekend at the Italian Grand Prix, Ferrari is bringing something wild, something risky, something extreme. And it's not just a rumor. Ferrari is preparing a super aggressive upgrade to their SF25 race car designed specifically for the high-speed, low-downforce challenge that is Monza. And this isn't just a tweak here and there. This is a bold move, the kind that could either shock the world or blow up in their face. So why now? Because it's Monza, Ferrari's home race. Because the Tifosi, the fans in red, deserve something special. Because even if the championship is slipping away, Ferrari still has one shot to prove they're not done yet. It all started back in June. That's when Ferrari quietly hit the brakes on development. They realized they probably couldn't catch the top team in the Constructors' Championship. Second place was the best they could hope for. Even their technical director, Loic Serra, pulled the plug on a new floor upgrade they had planned for Baku. Instead, their engineers turned their full attention to 2026, putting all their energy into the car of the future. But Monza is different. It's not just any race, it's sacred ground. This year also marks 50 years since Niki Lauda won his first world championship with Ferrari. The team is even hosting special events for fans to meet Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton. So, yeah, the pressure is massive. And Ferrari, they weren't going to show up empty-handed. According to a leak, Ferrari is arriving with two rear-wing versions for the SF25. One is a safer carryover wing from last season, but the other, it's completely new. It's wild. It's extreme. This second version has been carefully trimmed for one goal only: speed. It's built to slice through Monza's long straights like a knife through butter. Engineers designed it to boost straight-line efficiency and top speed without making the car unstable. But it wasn't easy. The wing had to go through strict tests. The FIA only approved it recently after Ferrari made changes to how much it could bend or flex under pressure. That's because if it flexes too much, it's illegal and dangerous. So the design had to walk a tightrope between power and safety to make sure everything goes right. Ferrari even brought back an engineer who was about to leave the team just to help them deal with any problems that might come up during the FIA's final inspections. That's how serious they are. During practice sessions, fans will see Ferrari using that bright green FlowViz paint sprayed across the wings to help visualize how the air flows over the car. It looks like art, but it's science. Every streak tells the team how the upgrade is working, and behind every drop of that paint is a bigger message. Ferrari is still fighting. But that's only half the story, because while Ferrari is charging ahead with this new rear wing, they're also doing something totally different. Something that points to the future. At a recent tyre test with Pirelli in Hungary, Ferrari ran a movable front wing DRS device. That's right, a front wing that can open up just like the DRS flap at the back. Why? To test how next year's lower downforce cars might behave. Phone's 2026 rules will allow movable front and rear wings, and Ferrari was the first team to try a working version of the front wing on a real car. Other teams, Aston Martin, McLaren, Alpine, Racing Bulls, they didn't even bother running it. But Ferrari did. On the second day of the Hungary test, they brought it out, bolted it on, and let Charles Leclerc put it through its paces. Pirelli boss Mario Isola explained the purpose of the test. It was good to confirm, especially that the tests that we ran with cars without this device are still relevant. We found differences, but we have been able to compare the tests with the other tests and understand what is the impact. It wasn't perfect. Isola admitted that the current cars don't get all their downforce from the wings. Most of the downforce of these cars is coming from the floor, not the wings, he said. So probably the device will be more powerful next year, but still good to have this possibility to check what is the effect. But even so, testing it now gave Pirelli crucial info on how the tyres behave when front downforce drops. Things like braking, tyre wear, corner entry, all of it changes. And Ferrari now has that data. Meanwhile, Pirelli has been working against the clock. September, honest, marked the homologation deadline, meaning the tyre compounds for 2026 are now locked in, and Ferrari's test helped shape that final decision. Isola broke it down. The size is not so different, still an 18-inch, but we have a lower diameter and a different width. That means we had to redesign the profile completely, not just the construction and the compound. In other words, these aren't just smaller tyres, they're totally new. The contact patch is smaller, and that means teams like Ferrari had to help Pirelli understand how these tyres would grip, wear down, or even overheat. If you have a small area where you are pushing a lot, then that area is more prone to blistering, Isola said. That's why Ferrari's feedback mattered so much. And it wasn't just real-world testing. Pirelli also uses digital tyre models that teams plug into their simulators. That way, they can plan future setups even before building the car. We supply the vehicle model of the tyre to the teams, Isola said. They use it with their simulators and they come back to us with feedback. So what does this all mean? It means Ferrari isn't just reacting, they're strategizing. They're helping build the tyres, test the aero, and shape the rules, all while taking risks in the present. Yes, they brought an extreme rear wing for Monza. Yes, they've tested future tech on a mule car. But more than anything, they've planted their flag in both the now and the next. They're racing for glory this weekend, but they're also building for domination next season. And now you have to wonder, are these just desperate moves to win in front of the home crowd? Or is this Ferrari pulling back the curtain to reveal they've been 2 steps ahead all along? If this gamble works, if the rear wing flies, and the data gives them an edge, they might not just thrill Monza. They might terrify the rest of the grid. So, what do you think? Is Ferrari's Monza master plan a last stand or the first move in something much bigger? Let us know in the comments. Because this isn't just about winning a race, it's about reminding the world who they are. And at Monza, with thousands of tifosi behind them, Ferrari isn't whispering anymore. They're roaring.